When we do good, we don't even recognize that we're doing good. When we do bad, we beat ourselves down tremendously. Injustice to yourself. So let's understand what happened just now in this exercise and the story I said, and let's pull it up. I'm building the context for you slowly, one by one, and wherever I need to quote Panditji Maharaj Sahib, I will. What you've done is an incredible thing, to make the right choice to be over here. The ancillary benefits is you made some friends and you came here and the climate was good and you sat over here, you sat down, therefore your back became good, your nervous system's going to get better and whatnot. Ancillary stuff. But the important thing is this: you were here surrounded with positivity. You were here surrounded by good thoughts. You were here surrounded by a lot of good directions for you to choose from. That's the goodness. This guy is saying, वो सब ठीक है सर, एक चेयर पे बिठा दो, आज चलेगा. See, actually even this is better. There was a point in time when gurus used to sit, students used to stand. आजकल उल्टा है, Shishyas are sitting, gurus are standing. But jokes apart, let's get into understanding why was Khoj created, what you came here for, what has happened to you already, and then I want to develop the session from there. I am not looking at my watch for lunch. For me, lunch is not a priority. This session is a tremendous priority. I do know this. Across the last 3 days, you must have lost a lot of time and your schedules must have gone up and down for 100 things. But the good news here is that we are not losing time. We are investing our time. I'm making my choice for you. You can make your choice for yourselves. Let's get started. You came here to look for Khoj. Khoj in terms of career. Question number 1. Career की बात है, तो जैन साधु साध्वी को इससे क्या लेना है? उनकी बातें मैं जाके क्यों सुनूं? Because वो तो सिर्फ धर्म की बातें करना है, उनको तो सिर्फ वही समझाना है, तो मैं यहाँ क्यों आया? तो let me clarify that according to Jain Shastras, a Jain guru's kartavya is not only to talk to you about spiritual development, but also to show you the path in terms of what are the true facets for you to live a Gruhast Ashram's life. For him to show you direction. This is also a part of their own ethics, and they're prescribed to do this for you. First clarification. This was done from a perspective that you understand what's right and what's wrong. They don't choose for you. The choice is always going to be yours. They don't even suggest to you what you should do. They're here to tell you what is this and what is that. And then they help you to build your abilities, your thinking abilities, your emotional abilities to make your choices. Clear on that? Second, you came here because you were looking at career as a interesting subject, because you're young, you're just at the cusp of education, or you're ending your education and just starting with a career, and therefore it's interesting. Jaake dekhte kya hua. Now you did not come to a place where there was a motivational speaker talking to you about your career. You were talking about a place which is based on the foundations of religion and spirituality, and which is where you came to discuss about career. So it is but sure that what you came here for was not to go for an absolute materialistic career-based thought process, but you came here to see if there could be something else which is going to ground you, not for this life, but for the rest of your life as well. Clarity number 2. What's happened in the last 2-3 days, that you spoke and you spoke, you asked questions, you were not being spoken to, you were being heard. It's a lot of difference. How many of our own Jain-based functions take place where you have a choice, where you have a platform to be heard? Hardly any. You must be proud and you must be the chosen one to actually recognize that you had the choice here. Either don't clap. When you clap, you should be at your best. Which means to say, whatever you do, be at your best. ये half-hearted cheese नहीं चलता है, right? Come on, you want to clap? Clap really hard. Celebrate. Be at your best. My perspective my perspective. If you do something, be at your best or it's not worth doing. Maharaj Sahib spoke about it some time ago. And somebody asked, sir, itne competitive world ke andar hum hamare small businesses ko kaise chalaye? And he said, what? He said, if you have your USP clear, no one can ever try and touch you. What he's trying to say is be at your best. And if you can't be at your best, then be the cheapest. If you're cheapest, people will hire you. But then you don't earn too much money or you don't have too much of respect. Be at your best, then the world is going to bow down to you and there will be no competition. Just like that, when I'm talking, what's your expectation? I must be at my best for the next 90 minutes, yes or no? Yes. You don't want me to be mediocre. You have a great expectation from me. My question is, do you have a great expectation from yourself? You want me to be the best that I can be, but are you telling yourself that I'm going to be the best in Rahul's session right now? This is the summary session and I want to give my best. And I want to ask you, look at my body language. I'm really pumped up. You're sitting there. Are you pumped up? You're expecting me to be the best. Are you expecting yourself to be the best? Look at... Imagine I coming in the session and doing this. Good morning. Yeah, okay. पीछे धूप लगती है तो आगे आ जाना, okay? What I'm trying to tell you is this. You need to get your expectations right. You need to get your expectation right. You need to understand your abilities, your potential, and you need to play with that potential. Otherwise, you're cheating yourself. You are doing nothing but cheating yourself if you're not playing with your full potential. Ananta veerya ka bal hai, to istemal karna. That's why you're here. So when you clap hard, when you do something, do well. When you laugh like you're really laughing. When you sleep like you're really sleeping. But no, that's a perspective of how you should sleep. I don't want to talk about that. But now, ladies and gentlemen, with this last point, I want you to know this. Expectation from my side is clear. When I say I'm going to start the session at 11:55, I am starting it. And I'm saying that I don't care for what time I close, I am very clear. When I'm saying I'm going to do this job for you, I am doing. The question is, if you're not doing your best, then you make a choice to be here or not to be here. What the fuck, what happened in the last 2-3 days is you were given a choice to speak, and in your speaking, when you were heard, a lot of your pent-up energy started to come out. You heard different perspectives. Ye bhi ho sakta hai, wo bhi ho sakta hai, aisa bhi ho sakta hai. Anekant Sahib ji used that word some time back. You got so many perspectives. And in none of the perspectives, you were forced to practice that. You were left with a choice, 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 you were left with a choice. Brilliant. You're already in that process now. It's like a vegetable being cooked and it's just in the process of being cooked. Yeah? But at some time when you've done all the masalas and moving and shaking and all that, at some point you just have to let it be, right? छोड़ना है उसको, कुछ नहीं करना है, ज़्यादा हिलाना नहीं है अभी, वो खराब हो जाएगा सब्जी, छोड़ दो उसको. When you leave it, then in that moment of you doing nothing, something happens. And that's what I want you to do from now on throughout the day. Stop your questions for some time. Stop your discussions for some time. Stop your tark vitark for some time. Chintan mein jao. Allow it to sink in. Just sink in. Breathe and think in silence. Contemplate. And from there, your answers will come.